What would happen if the United States announced plan to send Ebola-infected American citizen to quarantine facility in Kenya? It sounds unbelievable, but imagine for a moment it was real. How would the world react? How would Kenya respond? And what would this mean for global politics, public health, and international trust? Today we explore a scenario that sparked massive online debate and controversy. It begins with a sudden Ebola outbreak inside the United States. Hospitals in multiple states are overwhelmed. Emergency rooms are overcrowded. Health officials warn the containment is becoming increasingly difficult across the country. Fear spreads rapidly. Airports tighten security. Schools begin temporary closure. Citizens rush to stock up on supplies, and social media becomes flooded with panic, rumors, and conspiracy theories.
Why do Americans think that their lives are so much important than the lives of Kenyans? So that they establish a facility in Kenya that is meant for only Americans.
Then comes the moment that changes everything. During a national television press conference, President Donald Trump addresses the nation. Standing before reporters and cameras, he announces that his administration is considering an emergency international quarantine strategy to help contain the outbreak. And then he says something nobody expected. The United States is exploring the possibility of sending Ebola-infected American citizen to specialized quarantine facility in Kenya. Hey, can you imagine that? Within seconds, internet explodes, news channels interrupt regular programming, hashtag begin trending worldwide. Political analysts, medical experts, and the world leaders all weigh in. The reaction inside Kenya is immediate.
Why would you create a facility within my country and it doesn't serve me? Yet the same facility is going to host people who are endangering my...
Many citizens, starting with me, are shocked and outraged. People begin asking, why Kenya? Who approved this? Is Kenya a dump site, surely? And what risk could this bring to East Africa? On television and online platform, Kenyan leaders face mounting pressure to respond quickly. They should respond. This one, they should respond because we are going to act immediately. In the United States, families of the infected patients demand answers. Human rights organizations issue public statements. Medical professionals warn that fear-driven decision could create even greater global instability. As international pressure grows, journalists begin investigating reports and behind the scene negotiation between America and Kenyan officials. At first place, why is it even a negotiation? Can you imagine? Why is it a negotiation? You mean you want to bring West citizen patients who are infected with Ebola into our country, and it is a negotiation. What country do we have here? What type of a president do we have? Can you imagine if it was in the US? Could they accept that? Could Donald Trump accept that Kenyan citizen should be taken to his country to quarantine? That is even so funny, because when you are applying for a visa to go in the United States, they will just make it hard for you to get that visa. Can you imagine? And now Kenya, our country president, is ready to negotiate about this case. That's bullshit. The uncertainty only increases global tension. Then finally, the Kenyan government addresses the situation publicly. Can you imagine? It is even in the news that it's true, we want to bring them here in Kenya. In a carefully delivered nation statement, official emphasizes that the safety of Kenyan citizens remains the country's top priority, while also acknowledging the importance of international cooperation during global health emergency. But the statement raises more questions. Would Kenya actually agree? Could such a plan even work? Because I know our president could agree, but what about us Kenyans? Why is it not Europe? Why is it not in Netherlands? Why is it not UK? Kenya. This has to stop. And sometimes the biggest threat to the society is not only disease, but panic, division, and uncertainty. What do you think? If a global outbreak reached this level, should countries work together no matter the risk? Or should every nation focus only on protecting its own citizens first? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Meet you on the next video.